Hello and welcome back. I'm Jason Christiansen. I'm very excited to have you here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to go in from your dashboard and go in on how to create a new page. So if you're looking at, there's a couple different ways we can do this. This is our dashboard, but I can also go in from the front end of the site, which is how you look at it. Now, if you see this black bar up on top, that means you're actually logged in. If you don't see this, then you actually need to go and follow the email instructions that you got and click into your admin of your website, because you need to use that username and password that you provided when you signed up to log into your site. If you see this, now what we can do is, we already went through, and if we're on the page, you can click on Page Builder. If we want to customize the theme, we can click on Customize. If we want to add a new page, there's two ways we can do it. If we're in the dashboard, we can go in here under Pages and say Add New. So pages are your website pages. Posts are your blog posts. So they can be complicated, but just remember, if it's a web page, it's a page. If it's a post, it's going to be where your blog sits, if you decide to use a blog. If you don't do a blog, you won't actually worry about posts at all. So here on the front end, if we say new, I can go in here and say new page. Now it's going to redirect me back to my dashboard, and you're going to put a title right directly in here. And for this example, you can use the text editor. This is a standard WordPress text editor, which makes it very difficult for most people because you actually have to understand some code in order to make it look exactly how you want. That's been a problem for a very long time, but not anymore. So now we're going to click on Page Builder. And right from Page Builder, it gives you the access without knowing any code in order to completely have a fully customized WordPress website. So what we're going to see here is you're going to have homepage layouts and you're going to have content layouts. And those are the two things you want to look at here. So if I want to add a page, and let's say we want to add a new page and we want to call it Meet the Team. So I have a pre-built Meet the Team page. I click on Meet the Team page, and what it's going to do, it's going to directly add that in between my header and my footer sections of the site. So now from here, now if I want to go in and customize, and let's say we don't want this stuff down here. So I can actually click on the X, and it's going to remove that section. So if I start removing sections, now it resizes to put 3 people across. Now if I want to come in here and say, okay, well, under the headline, go ahead and just put their information in. You're going to see it adds it immediately. And now you can actually add their content directly from here. And then you can hit save when you want. So when you hit save, it saves it on the page, but it doesn't save it live on the server. So after you spend time adding and editing your page, I would recommend after every few times you edit, just because you're working on a live server environment. So if your internet goes down or if there's a hiccup in the speed of the site, you want to make sure your stuff is saved. So you're going to click on Done. So your options are Publish Changes, which publishes it and brings it right back to the page. Now that page is live. You can save changes and exit. You can go ahead and discard changes and exit, or you can click on Cancel. So I primarily recommend Publish Changes because that makes it live. If you hit Save, you're going to have to hit Refresh after the fact. But just for going straight forward, if I click on Publish Changes, that's what I want. And now what it's going to do, it's going to remove my page builder, bring me back to the page, and now it made those changes live. So if I'm going to go back here, I'm going to go ahead and click on Page Builder again. It's going to then give me the options here that here are my templates that I can choose. But now here are my elements. Here's my row elements. Here is other aspects. So my content layouts, it's going to show me what they look like, But if I want to actually add them to the page, I have to click up here to the Templates tab. So if I just come here and I click on Content Layout, and I want to add a call to action here on the bottom, I've got this one automatically built called Quick Form. I'm going to go ahead and my options now are Replace or Append. So Replace will replace everything on this page. Append will add it to the bottom. So I'm going to say Append. Now from Append, on the previous video I showed you that if you want something moved, you can click on this and you can just go ahead and move it wherever you want. So, and you know, it is a live environment here, so it's going to be fairly intuitive. So if it doesn't move something, that means that there's not a place that you can. So I'm going to click on Add Content, and I'm going to go back to my rows, and now I'm going to add a row up on top. And now I'll be able to then grab this and move it directly on top. But let's say I don't really want that there, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab it and move it back to the bottom here. So it's kind of sensitive, so you're going to have to kind of play with this a little bit. But to edit these elements, I'm going to click on the element here, and I can change the style. I can change how it actually looks, the font, and how it's customized. I can change different mobile structures in here as well. That's more advanced, so I'm going to kind of just jump ahead. And I've got advanced pieces, which are my margins and layouts and other aspects. For the novice, you're going to want to probably avoid most of these elements. But if you're an advanced coder, then you have full total control. What I really love about this, so if I click onto the contact form, and from here on the contact form, we have built in so many intuitive aspects for lead capture and lead generation. So you can actually connect directly to some of the most popular CRMs and email drip programs on the planet. So I've got Active Campaign, Aweber. I've got Campaign, Constant Contact, ConvertKit, Drip, email address, and that's what I have figured here. I've got GetResponse, HatchBucket, iContact, Infusionsoft, MadMimi, MailChimp, MailRelay, Sendinblue, and Sendly. So those are the ones that are pre-built in here. So if you don't have one of those, just click on email address, and then you can put your name in here, put the email address in here, and hit connect. I can also go in here and say I want the layout to be inline or stacked. And by clicking that, you'll see that's an inline, and stacked will be there. This is a basic subscribe form, so you can actually show name and email. That's all you have access to on this form. And then when it's submitted, you can say you want to show a message, or you can redirect it to a different page on the site. So let's say you have a thank you page, or you have an offer that you want to give them after they fill this out. You're just going to go ahead, and after they hit redirect, send it to that offer page. So that's how simple that can be. Again, if we're done, we're going to hit done up on top and hit publish changes. I want to show you one more aspect that we built in here. So if I click on Page Builder, if you add elements to your site and you don't use them, you want to eventually delete them. So we added that row up on top, if you remember. So if I click here under row settings, this is really cool because if I go in here, it's going to give you your width, which is fixed. But let's say you want to run a full bar up on top. So you're going to put a full width up on top. You're going to come down here under background type, and now you can choose from color, photo, video, slideshow, parallax. But I'm going to go ahead and just for this example, show color. My background color, I want to go ahead and let's just choose a nice light color. I'm going to hit save. And then here in this area, I'm going to add some content to it. So I'm going to go directly here. I'm going to go to my basic module, and I'm going to grab a headline. And I'm going to add headline here. And now I can go and I can style it. I can say I want that to be in the center. I want that to have a custom font. So I want to go in here, and one of my favorite fonts is a font called Rock Salt. And then I want the font size. So I'm going to go ahead and customize that. And I'm going to change that to 44 pixels. And that's what I want there. So I'm going to hit save. Then I'm going to say add content. And then I'm going to add a text editor. I'm just going to grab it. I'm going to drop it where I want. And I'm just going to put some gibberish in there. I'm going to centerize it. If I need the font to be a special color, I can highlight it and change the text color right from here. And then I can go ahead and hit save. So as you see, we can add headlines. We can go ahead and add pre-built sections automatically. So it gives you the leg up on how to build this incredibly super fast. When we're done, we're going to either hit publish or discard. And now we are live. That's how simple it is to add a page. I'm Jason Christiansen. Thanks for watching.